poor at anecdotes, but my backward patient, the patient went backwards through my hospital, was an interesting lady. We had a cardiac arrest call to the mortuary. So I'm at Gosford, and the cardiac arrest bell goes, and switch then rings you up as the arrest team to tell you where to go. And they said, we have a cardiac arrest call in the mortuary. And we went, ha 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 ha. How funny is that? And then a few minutes later they rang up and said, there's a cardiac arrest in the mortuary. And we went, oh. And then I went, oh God, because the mortuary technician had lung cancer. He was a smoker. I thought, oh, bugger. He's probably run into troubles. So the team went to the mortuary, but actually it was a person on a slab. And they'd brought this lady in from the cemetery. It was winter, and she had taken an overdose of barbiturates in the cemetery. The people found her in the morning when the sun came up, and because she'd taken barbiturates and was freezing, she looked dead. So they put her in a mortuary van, drove her to the hospital to put her in the hospital's morgue so she could be certified dead, so she could be buried. And as they were putting her into the fridge, she breathed. And the guy went, ah, right, sort of nightmare movie scene. So he called the arrest bell, and we thought it was a joke. So we eventually went over, and so we resuscitated her. She went to ICU, she went to the ward, and she went home. And she sort of went backwards through the hospital, because normally you go from home to the ward, to ICU, to the morgue, to the cemetery. She went from the cemetery to the morgue, to ICU. And just because she took this overdose...